guys, and welcome back to my channel, Microscope Beauty. Today I'm going to show you how to uncoil and recoil your planners. So this can work with any coil-bound planner, but I am just going to be using my Erin Condren ones because at the end of every year I like to put all of my different spreads that I've done throughout different planners into one planner. So I have a nice keepsake of the year that just finished. So right now I have all of my 2017 spreads from January to June in this stack already uncoiled and ready. And then this is my current planner that I'm using that has July through December, but it also has all of 2018 in here. So I'm going to show you how to uncoil, recoil, and put your planners back together. This is a really great method if you need more space in your planner. So if you get an 18-month planner like I do, by the time 6 months have gone by, your planner's bulging, it's thick, full of stickers. Uncoiling is a really great way to make sure your planner can hold up over time, your cover doesn't pop up or any of that. So let's just get into this thing. So all you need to do this project is a needle nose pliers. They don't have to be fancy, they don't have to be anything in particular. And I've done this process on black coils and I never have problems with chipping, but I have not done this on any rose gold or gold coiled planners. So they might be a little bit of chipping when you do the twisting method, but other than that, it's a super easy process. I know a lot of people are really worried about uncoiling and recoiling. It is not difficult at all. So what you're gonna do is take your pliers and pick whatever side you wanna do. You only have to do one side. You don't have to straighten out both ends of the coil, you just have to do one side. So you take your pliers and you get to where that bend is, and you straighten it out. You're gonna want your coil to kind of follow the circular motion of the rest of your coil so that it feeds through the pages easier. So at this point, a lot of people use binder clips, giant binder clips to hold your pages together, but I've never done that and I haven't had any issue with recoiling. So I just kind of hold it by the sides and start twisting. So the first one, you'll get it caught on the unopened side. So you just pull the coil and twist it around so you can feed it back through. So once you've done that once on the unbent side, the one that's still bent over, I guess it's the bent side, not the unbent side. Once you've done that once, it will be a lot easier to feed the coil through. And it's super easy if you make the unbent side open in the same shape as the coil, because then it'll just feed through the holes really simply. And you just keep spinning. Honestly, this to me is the hardest, most tedious part, is the constant spinning you have to do. It actually makes my arm a little tired, which makes me aware of just how out of shape I actually am. But you just keep doing this. So I've already done this for my other two planners that I was in this year. So I'm just gonna finish this one up. If you have a lot of photos clipped into your planner, or you have the sticky notes clipped in the back, I recommend removing everything that isn't part of the coil, and you can just attach it back in when you're done with this process. But it's easier to line up your holes if you don't have any unnecessary things in your planner. All right, so we are now done with this coil, and I'm actually gonna recoil the 2017 planner with my black coil, but we'll get to that in a second. So at this point, I like to go through and take out everything that I just don't need in my planner at all, and then I like to rearrange my pages. So I'm gonna keep this vellum, I think, for my 2017 planner. So this is what I have currently for that one. So I'm gonna just put that on top, and then I'm going to keep these pages for my 2018 planner. And then I want to keep this for next year. So I actually have one from another planner that I'm just going to add into this page, like so. I've already put sticky notes down of where my planner needs to be broken up, so I know just what sections to take. So it's easier to flip through when it's coiled and just put a little sticky note or a page flag of where you want to break your planner to put into the other stack. So I have all of this, which goes underneath January and through June. So then I have my 2017 planner right here. This is my 2018 planner, so I'm going to add the pages right back on top. Make sure everything is correct there. And then I also still want to keep my pocket in the back and all of my notes pages. So I'm just going to leave everything like that and just double check that everything's right. So my 2018 planner is going to be a lot smaller than my 2017 one, obviously, since that one's done. So let's recoil the 2017. So see here, I actually found a photo that I had coil clipped in. I'm going to remove that just to make this process a little bit easier. So I have a few more pages I want to add to the back of this one before I finish it up. And then I'm going to not add a pocket. Since this planner is done, there's just really no need for an extra pocket. So we're good to go. So this is actually going to be the hardest of the recoiling because it is so thick. But what I like to do now is just kind of flatten it out on the tabletop so that I can see through these holes here. Then I'm going to take my black coil and feed it through the first one. The first one is pretty difficult, so just take it slow and really just work it through the different sections of the planner. Since I am combining different types of planners together, not all the pages will lay like perfectly flat. So you just got to be really gentle when you first get started and take it slow. Honestly, that is the biggest thing about recoiling a planner, is that you're going to get worried because you just took apart something you've worked really hard for and on for a year, but you just take it really slow and you can see it's already recoiling really nicely and easily. So I don't recommend doing a binder clip because the large ones that you need are really expensive. So just kind of hold it nicely and make sure it's feeding all the way through properly and keep going. So this is actually at this like angle. So the pages will kind of tell you how they need to be to recoil. And if your coil is bent, like mine's actually kind of straight right here, if it's bent a little bit more, it'd feed through easier. You can also hold your planner like this and spin your coil through. That works, but I find just laying it down is the easiest method for me. So once I get about halfway, I can really start to do it super easily because all of the pages are lining up nicely. And it's just a good arm workout at this point. So once you get to this point here, you just have to do the same thing and force the folded coil around to the other side so you can feed the last hole through the front. So now we're just going to bend the coil back in place. So you take your pliers and you just twist back down while holding the top section of the coil. You just hold it so you can easily twist it back down, and then I have a recoiled planner. So there you have it, guys. It's super easy to uncoil and recoil your planner. I have a ton of pages left over here, so I like to use these for like mock spreads for my business, or I'll save these stickers or sell them or give them to friends. So I tend to keep some of these extra pages that I have just for random projects in the future. But coiling and uncoiling is a super easy process, not something to be afraid of. I plan on doing another video showing you guys a walkthrough of my 2017 planner. As you can see, I switched from a neutral to a colorful in the middle of it. So I will be doing that video in 2018. So definitely subscribe if you want to check that out. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if this tutorial was helpful, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.